Hey, have you had your cup of coffee this morning? You probably maybe have had more than one. If you got that hot cup of joe from a restaurant, there's a good chance your coffee was roasted in Concord. Believe it or not. Our Brian Stevenson explains in this installment of Made in the Carolinas.
You might not be able to see all of the activity in this building from the outside, but you can smell it. Thousands of pounds of coffee beans pour into the Westrock Coffee plant every day, and each one has to pass a test. This is called cupping.
What we refer to as pre-ship samples that would come from the farm. They would be cupping to say, whether we want to import those beans into Concord or not. They may have a defect in that, and we don't want to take ownership of those certain beans.
The beans get that seal of approval, make their way through this web of pipes, and into one of 5 giant roasters. This is where the action happens.
We are managing what's referred to as the roast curve. So we are roasting and grinding and packaging to typically our customers' given spec.
Translation, they know how to perfectly roast a bean so it will taste the same every time you go into your favorite restaurant. Some of the roasted beans end up right back in the cupping room for a quality control tasting.
There is a Q grader. Q grader is some of the highest within the coffee industry. That means they've gone through some rigorous training on how to cup coffee, what to taste for coffee.
Once the beans are roasted, they're cooled. They bounce along this chute where they're sorted and packaged before being shipped. And while we can't say exactly where the coffee is heading, there's a good chance you will be drinking it.
You almost can't go to a public place where you purchase anything to drink and not drink either Westrock coffee or tea. We serve about 20 million cups of coffee per day.
20 million cups of coffee a day, and always looking for the next big thing in their research and development lab.
It's amazing the work that goes on, whether it's here in the product development lab and trying to get new roast curves, new roast taste profiles that come through, or what our customer is going to do with that coffee.
While making coffee drinkers happy is the main goal, they realize the impact they're making is even greater.
When you think about 35 different countries of origin for coffee, we're also making an impact of those farmers and their families.
I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. That's what we're here for.
How cool is that, though?
Yeah, Westrock is also the biggest provider of tea in the United States. Who would, I mean...
Listen, producer Brian finds these great little stories. That was awesome. That was really, really